What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of price action trading. And today we started with the trading range like price action. We traded lower, instantly reversed, traded higher, instantly reversed, traded lower. This is the first sign we are on a trading range. There is no big trend up or no big trend down. This is very short moves and they reversed very quickly and very, sharply. So today started looking like a trading range day right from the get-go, but I want to show you guys how important it is to actually locate the key levels, because this area on the left chart from the previous day, this was very easy to spot because you can see there's a multiple bottoms. This line act as a support, and there's a quadruple bottom yesterday right before the close. And this is why you have to try to find the key levels. They will help, during the next day as of today. And as you can see, we made a double top, almost a triple top if we count this a little bit. So it was very clear that this is a trading range and you want to sell the highs and buy the low when you're trading the range. But yeah, so we traded lower, we had a trend working up, and you can see a little bit of overshoot. And once you have an overshoot, there is most likely going to be a break, and you may not even get a retest of a new extreme, which the new extreme got retested right here. And you can see the overshoot actually maybe even measure. Let me measure this. Yeah, we went a little bit below, it's quite bigger, but the overshoot can be more, a lot of times it can be the same on both sides. But you can see the trend line working higher, you have a break, you have a new high, but I don't think you want to go short yet. It is tempting, but you made another retest of this resistance, so now you made definitely a triple top right here, but the bar is way too big. This is way too big bar and you're risking way too much, and your money management is not ideal, so you definitely want to wait. But this is the high from which I started counting pullback. First entry, pullback, second entry, which failed. The second entry long failed with the break below this bearish signal bar. So once we broke below, this is a failed second entry long, and we're coming from the highs, we're coming from the resistance, and we're most likely headed to the other side. And once you're coming from the highs as in the trading range, you're most likely coming to the lows. So this is a good reversal pattern. First entry, second entry, prices are now below the EMA. This is a sign from reversal pattern, and this is a good trade that we should be taking according to our rules. And you can see that the trend line is starting to fit. You don't even need the trend line at this point, but you can see that from the lows and from the highs the trend line fits. And here we come to a key area today, because notice how sharply and steeply we sold off, and we bounced and we made a double bottom right here. So this is, you can see this is 90-degree angle sell-off, and this is very steep and very sharp and very unusual. But notice how we have a big overshoot from the lower side. And if we take this low for us to start our count, trend line is working higher, pullback first entry, pullback second entry. So we have a second entry short here, but you're still inside of this trend line. It is from the EMA, it is from the trend line. Yes, it is a second entry, but notice how you should have been smarter from the my previous video when we actually talked about let me find this, when we talked about the overshoot. You can see right here I actually talked about this. The trend line is working lower, you have an overshoot, and it usually means that you're going to go in the other direction, and this is why we got trapped here, or at least I got trapped here last time, and I was not gonna get trapped like that today. So this is very similar pattern. You're working lower, you have a big overshoot. So even though this is a second entry off the trend line and off the EMA, this overshoot is telling you this is a big sign that you need to wait for the break. And this is the trade that you actually want to take, because now we broke this trend line, this bullish trend line, we broke it right here, and we tried to make a new high. We made a double top and a nice big bearish signal bar. So this is the point, and you're still waiting for a new low of this trend line working lower. So now this is the better trade to take, and prices sold off, easy for scalp. And once you pull back and make the lower high, and once again EMA didn't let prices to close below, we actually didn't let prices close above, we actually closed below. This is another attempt if you actually miss this trade, because you still probably could have been waiting, because with such a big overshoot like this, it would be reasonable for you to wait how the market is going to unfold. But prices told you now that the bears are coming to the market, and with this lower high that we made under the EMA, this is your second chance to go short if you actually were sitting on the sidelines here. So you definitely want to take this lower high. And then prices go lower. We made a triple bottom, but we don't quite make a new low when it comes to the break below the support. And this is what I like. I like the failed breaks lower, because most breakouts of trading ranges will fail. So I think you still want to wait. It's not a bad setup to take it, definitely valid. I just like to take the failed break lower. Prices spike in the middle of range. Now we just have some sort of price action. Nobody really knows what's gonna happen. We may go higher, we may shoot lower, we shot lower. And this is the point where once we made this quadruple bottom right here and we broke below, so this is a major break below this support. It is a quadruple bottom, and this is a nice bullish reversal bar. Not that big of a risk, so you definitely want to go long here. And you get another attempt, another break lower right here, sort of second entry long from this swing. And yeah, so now you made, you know, 5 bounces from the support. So definitely you cannot be ignoring this. You know, the bears are, you know, throwing the towel, and a lot of bulls are seeing the support here and they are buying here. They have probably a lot of, you know, buy limit orders just resting here, just a little bit below this support, because a lot of people actually buy these lows blindly, which I don't recommend you to do, but you can actually do. You can buy these blindly. I notice how easily it shot through the EMA, no resistance at all, big spike up higher, and this is the sign that the market is reversing now. And you can see, notice how big of a spike this was. At first I thought this is some sort of like a spike in the channel, because we spiked up big time and we went into this channel, and I found it from the highs. You can see that the highs, there is some geometrical pattern forming. So I actually found a trend line from the highs. Then I just copied it lower, and I was trying to find it here. At the end of the day, I think this is the proper one. But yeah, this is a big spike, big reversal pattern. We are coming from the lows. So we have a new high here. We're working lower, and you're waiting. You don't want to buy just yet, because you're not to the trend line and you're waiting for a new low. So this is the new low of the swing. Prices make first entry short, it fails, and the second entry short, and it fails again. Now the EMA is holding. Yes, we didn't make it quite to the trend line yet, but this is a failed second entry short, and the EMA is holding so nicely. And after such a big rally up, look at how strong this move was. This, you know, this took all these sell stops took in one big move. So at this point, market is really strong, and the bullish momentum is really picking up. So this is a failed second entry short, and the EMA is holding. This is the main thing that I like about this. Such a nice bullish reversal bar, and the EMA is holding. You get another retest right here. So at this point, you know, I don't want you to add on. I don't like adding on, because if you're wrong, you actually have a double loser. But at this point, I was fairly confident that we trapped them even more. And as you can see, we actually rallied up higher, and we actually broke the resistance. And then once again, most breakouts will fail and they pull back. So even if you want to trade the breakout you know, if you're very eager to trade the breakout, wait for the breakout pullback, because 90% of those breakouts will fail and they will pull back into the range. And so this was the better entry. So at this point, once we bounce right here, I drew the trend line right here. It's fitting from the top, it's fitting from the lows. I think it's still too early to go long, because we just broke the resistance. But once we make another geometrical pattern, and you can see the prices are closing exactly above the trading the trend line. Look how nicely it fits, and look how nicely we closed above this perfectly bullish bar. So I think, you know, it's worth taking the long right here. You might be taking some chance into this resistance, yes, but I think it's worth it. Just put your limit or a little bit back so you got enough room. But in this case, it wasn't really necessary. And once again, you have a new high right here. Pull back first entry, pull back second entry. It would have worked, obviously, you would have not gotten stopped out. But I think it's better to wait once you get to the trend line right here, because at this point you are still, let me see, you are still, I didn't take this trade because you are not quite touching the EMA and you are not quite to the trend line, and you already broke higher this resistance and it's starting to look a little bit choppy. But once you make the third push lower and third push lower failed on the bullish bar from the EMA and trend line once again is fitting nicely, you have to take this long. And once again, price action rules work. You have a break, new high, and then we are reversing from here. So yes, I'm actually thinking I might take this trade right here. Let me see if it get filled. I don't normally do this, but let me see, where do I think there's some trend line forming potentially. I'm just eyeballing it here like this. So let me see if we get actually filled here. Alright, so we're starting to work lower right here. I'm not gonna let the entire trade, record. I'm gonna be stopping it as we go because I don't want this video to be 30 minutes just watching this one trade. But so far I'm in the middle of this trade. I don't normally take the trade at the end of the day like this, especially when I'm recording the chart lesson, but I saw this setup and I saw this nice big bearish bar from the trend line and from the EMA. Such a big bearish bar. Come on, let's go, one more tick. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna pause that and let you guys see, how the trade ended up. Alright, so we're working lower right here. I'm gonna zoom in the video. Once again, we're just coming a little bit shy here. It is 8 o'clock my time, so it's actually fairly late. So I hope we get enough people still in the markets trading to hit my target right here. Come on, just a little bit more. Let's go. Come on, one more tick. And come on, let's go. Oh, this is quite nerve-wracking. This double bottom right here, one tick away from my profit. Not ideal, not what you want to see. Alright, so I'm resuming it again. Once again, we're one tick shy of my target profit. It's been quite a while. How long has it been? It's been 13 minutes. I'm just staring at the screen and watching it. Actually, I'm watching some YouTube videos meantime, and I hope I can record the video once it passes through the order. But so far, you can see, Jesus, 3 times one tick away from my order. So I'm gonna pause it again. Looks like we may still chop around a little bit here. Alright, looks like prices will finally get some momentum. And yeah, just as I'm saying this, we're still one tick shy away from my order. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm pausing it again. And hopefully this is the last time I'm resuming this. But yeah, trading range day today. Oh yeah, you're kidding me. We actually, I'm gonna put it right here so I can see the yeah, so this is the bigger picture for the day. Trading range day, very important for day was to find the key level right here. This multiple bottoms right here served the day as a resistance, and prices are swinging up and down, up and down. At this point, we already made quadruple bottom. We made a fell break lower, so you really want to be looking to buy. And yeah, the trend line today, I actually found this trend line from the this upper swing right here, and you can see how important it is to look at these geometrical patterns so we can get ahead of a lot of retail traders who are not sure what they're doing. But yeah, this was a little nice bonus today. I don't normally plan to do this, but I saw such a nice big bearish bar from the EMA and bounce off the trend line that I pretty much had to take it. And anything I make now, it's going to be a gravy, so I'm not gonna, you know, sit here and let the video play. We might be in a trade for 30 more minutes, and I have to, you know, upload the video, make a thumbnail, all of that good stuff. So I'm gonna wrap it up, and we get stopped out. So good. So yeah, guys, and see you next video. Bye, guys.